You have 3 seconds to leave this review if you haven't watched the movie. 3, 2, 1. You're still here? Okay, spoilers ahead. I'm doing the spoiler review for Star Wars. I'm doing it in one take. It won't be very long because I just don't wanna. I don't want to prolong it. I don't. I would rather have a discussion with someone. If it's going to be like an hour or something, it's gonna be like in the 10-minute time frame. So no worries. Let's get right down to it. First scene, very first scene. The opening. It was a very good throwback to the episode 4. I love that because it gave me like it's old but it's new but it's old, you know, it's the same, it's different but it's the same, you know that meme? Yeah. And it was pretty much the same as in concept, but the action was done extremely well. It was done top of the notch. You see the capture of Poe, the rebel fighter. You see how you can basically sense the emotion coming out from the BB droid, the BB-8, and you see how you first see Finn. You see his struggle. You see his how devoted he is and how scared he is of being a stormtrooper. Basically, to see a stormtrooper like that, to just see him through the anxiety of war, gives you an idea how some people feel in an actual war, which gave me left me with very it gave a pretty good impression, you know. You see later it's reviewed how the stormtroopers are taken from their families as little boys and brainwashed. It's basically what the tactic of the Empire is the whole time after the Clone Wars. So you see that they tell you that. You also see basically the rushed out character development and how fast the things are moving. It might be a little mind-boggling at times, but you can catch on. You catch on eventually. I had a pretty like not difficult but confusing time following the plot until maybe the first half an hour because it happens so fast. That's one of the things I didn't like, as I mentioned in my last review. This is one of the things that I think it could have been done better. Like, stretch out the movie for 20 more minutes and just add a little thing there, a little thing here to just stretch the fucking thing. Also, you see the development of Rey, which is a pretty charismatic character, and she's the biggest surprise of this movie. I never could have guessed that she would actually be the Jedi. Spoilers, you know. I always thought that Finn would be the first Jedi of the new, like the first new Jedi, and when you see him in the trailer, like holding the lightsaber, fighting, swinging it around, and when someone says there's been an awakening in the Force and you see him, you immediately see him. Even in the beginning of the movie, you see Kylo Ren just looking at him all scared and maybe sensing the Force, and everyone was like, oh yeah, he's sensing the Force, he's sensing that he's awakening. No, it was just the opposite. It was so well done. I loved it. It was a mindfuck. Basically, it was a mindfuck. And now I have to mention Harrison Ford and Han Solo, which was the hardest part for me throughout this movie. All of you who watch the movie know what I'm talking about. Everyone probably saw the 9-gag thing that this guy, I don't know his name, some prick, that spoiled the death of Han Solo. I still couldn't believe it. I felt like he was going to get stabbed or something, but not gonna die. And when I saw him fall off the bridge, yep. And I can feel everyone in the cinema just, oh man, no. There were people crying. I was one, like, I shed some tears. And the backstory of Kylo Ren, the struggle you see him go through, even though brief, you see him fighting. You see him almost being brought back by Han Solo. The scene wasn't bad. The scene was actually perfect, but it was right in the fuse, to see him stabbed like that by his own son. It was hard. It was very hard to see that. What else? The new Death Star, or the Planetary Weapon. Is this what happened to Endor? Like, I know that there was a fate. Endor had some fate. I hadn't read it because the weapon is a planet. It's a whole planet, and it's powered by a whole sun. I didn't catch on to that. I was left with the impression that this was a weapon for 2 or 3 times of usage, because they drained the sun and the planet just collapsed. Kind of illogical, It was a very epic gun because it destroyed several planets in an instant. It was so devastating that the whole planetary system of the Republic was just annihilated. But it left me with some questions. I hope they're answered in the future, but we'll see. We'll see, of course. Something else that bugged me was the leader of the Stormtroopers. I forgot her name. We know it's a girl. She didn't do anything. She just, like, she was stuck in a trash can. I know this was like the flashback towards when Han Solo was stuck in the trash compartment with how was that, the compressor that almost squashed them, and he mentions that, and he's very happy when there's some on board the ship. But I always expected from the epic shots that we got, like with the gun and everything, to have something more with her, to make her more epic. She was captured and made to lower the shields, and then she was shown away. I didn't like that because I was expecting more. I was expecting like something like Boba Fett, like the big ass motherfucker. This was one of my pet peeves. Probably she's gonna be back soon in the second movie. I hope so, because she looks awesome. She looked very good and very. She had the authority. Like she carried herself so well. And to see her face, it's going to be good, even on the movie. And one last thing that bugged me very much, although I gave it the 4.5 stars out of 5, it bugged me that Luke Skywalker was in the movie for basically 3 minutes. No lines, nothing, just him staring over the cliff and then staring at Rey. Just that, nothing else. I didn't like that. I always expected something more as to what he did, how he survived, what was he doing. I know many of these things are going to be explained in the second movie, but come on. He was the main character. He had to lose weight. We read the stories. Why? Man, it was a good hype, of course, as a starter for the next movie. Basically, she's gonna train with him. I always thought that since in one of the trailers, Luke Skywalker says that his father has the Force, his sister has the Force, So basically Leia has the Force, even though we didn't see her as a trained Jedi. I always thought that she was going to come out as a teacher to Rey. And that brings me to Rey. She's epic. I have some idea who she might be. It's basically blood relatives and Jedi and maybe Luke Skywalker. Maybe. We'll see 2017, right? And Millennium Falcon was good. Yes, I enjoyed the flight, the dynamics, the CGI, the effects, the chase, the gun battles. Enjoyed every bit of it. Aside from those few things I mentioned, the movie was just perfect. Of course it has its flaws, of course it has its goofy moments, of course it had some unnecessary things, but overall it was just epic. This is how you start the movie, and I do believe J.J. Abrams will learn from the reviews, maybe not from mine of course, but from one of the big reviews. We'll see what the fans think about that, and I do believe that he can listen and he'll take notes and he will do the next movie even better, because if something can make your movie better is listening to your audience, and the audience liked it. Of course they enjoyed it. The Star Wars hardcore fans, they basically masturbated on the movie. So I just hope he continues in this direction. He's doing great. I love the way he handled that movie. I love the way he handled the story, the production, everything. I love the way the characters moved, and I don't. Who's Snoke, by the way? He's a Sith Lord or some dark entity of the dark side of the Force. Who the fuck is that, and why? This is my last pet peeve. Who gave him that name? Snoke. The fuck? This is like a kid's movie. Snoke. Why not Darth Anilatu? Something like that, you know, something authentic, you know. Snoke. I want to speak with Snoke. Snoke knows. Snoke is making you this. Fuck Snoke. I want to know more about him, and I want to know if he has another name. I hope so. Okay, I'm ending this review now because I'm fucking tired and I don't want to spoil anything more. If you want to have a discussion, if you want to have like collaboration with me to talk about in length with the Star Wars, I will gladly do it. Just write me a comment or a message, like my videos, share, subscribe, whatever you want. Like, I'll be here, I will speak with you, I will make more reviews on Star Wars, and of course I'm always open to suggestions. So I'm waiting your comments now. What did you think of the movie? Are you gonna watch it the second or third time, or if you have, are you gonna watch it even more? And what do you think that can be done to have the next movie even better? I'll post my suggestions soon, and I'm gonna read your suggestions as well. So go for it. Until then, see you soon.